We're back with the mayor for his farewell interview. Mayor Bob Foster, you endorsed Robert Garcia. You supported him. You helped raise money for him, and he, in fact, is our mayor-elect, and very likely would not have been as successful without your support. Tell us why you did that, and what you foresee as a mayoralty under Robert Garcia.
Well, I worked with Robert for 4 years, and while he is young, he also has, I think, really advanced and matured over those 4 years. He's been a great ally, particularly on the fiscal discipline side. He understands the need to really make sure that the city is prepared for some of the financial issues that are coming, and we know they're coming. We have no control of them. But more than anything, Robert's a good and decent person, and to me that's the first test. I have found him to be honest, a person of integrity, and someone who really cares about this city. I mean, he really does care about it. And to me, those were the tests that really, for me, made my support very easy, and I'm happy I did it.
The city in the primary election seemed to opt for youth.
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah. I don't think that was the deliberate. I think both those candidates demonstrated probably more skill than the. And
ironically, they both had very impressive personal success stories, personal biographies.
They did.
And Robert, first generation college, came over from Peru, was elected AS president here at Long Beach State, and is perfectly poised to increase the increasing synergy between the city and the university, which is so important for both.
I think that's benefit both institutions.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about you, sir, since you'll be leaving us and we won't have a lot of chance to publicly dialogue. What are your personal plans after July 15th?
Well, for the most part, I'm going to take more time for myself and my family. We're going on a family vacation with everybody, the whole family, shortly after I leave office. Going to go do things like taking my grandkids to Wrigley Field. But I will be engaged in other activities. I've joined 2 corporate boards, and it's work I enjoy, pretty much in my, mostly in the energy-related field. And I will take on work that I find enjoyable for people I like, things that I find challenging.
And you're going to stay in Long Beach?
We
have no plans to...
No, we may downsize our house. We have a pretty large house for 2 people, but we plan to stay in Long Beach. We'll spend more time in the desert. We have a home there, but our major residence will still be in Long Beach.
And you'll still be, you and Nancy, who's also done so much within the community, continue to be engaged in Long Beach.
I'm going to join the Long Beach Community Foundation board, and I've just...
Oh my God, I was going to invest with them, and you're joining
You
it?
may want to reconsider.
Yeah, I really...
And I've joined the Jewish Federation Foundation board, because I think they do some great work in this.
And just for the record, you're part Jewish.
I am, but not the part that's revealed right now.
Okay.
And I think they do great work in the community. And so, and I will be involved in civic activities. And I want to make it clear, by the way. I mean, Robert, who I really admire and care about, this is his administration. I've told him this directly. You will never hear from me. I mean, if you want help, pick up the phone. I'll be happy to help, quietly or otherwise. But this is his administration. He's already gone his own direction.
So some people think that you're going to be the quarterback and on the phone and all that stuff.
I don't know a time when that's ever really worked. I have no inclination, and Robert wouldn't tolerate it. So that's never going to happen.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Political plans. There was talk of you running for a statewide office a while back, and you declined to do that. Any chance of a statewide or other run in the future?
It's very unlikely. I mean, I don't ever rule things out. There are offices in this state that, I would really love to pursue. But
for example, what?
Well, I mean, if I had an opportunity, I think I would love to at least consider running for governor. But
governor.
I'm a supporter.
Governor Bob Foster.
It's not going to happen. I'm a great.
Would you still come back?
I'm a great supporter
and be our
of Jerry
guest
Brown.
on Straight Talk.
Yeah, sure, but I'm a great supporter of Jerry. I think he's doing a great job. I'm an appointee of his. on the California ISO. And at my age, I think it's very unlikely. So you don't say never, but I think just a short time I've had to do some more family activities. I'm pretty committed to just going out and doing something very different.
But you never know about these things until you actually experience it.
That's correct.
And how many rounds of golf a week do you really want to play? And doesn't it get a little bit boring? And people stop calling you, who you thought were your close friends, because you're not in office anymore, and only your real friends, and you can name a few of those, actually will continue to call you.
That all sounds pretty good to me. I mean, no, look, the truth is, yeah, I'll play a little more golf, but it's not every day. I mean, already have lined up work to do. So, I mean, I have more work than I really want to do.
And one thing I wanted to ask you about, because you are a real expert on the Roman Republic. You have studied democracy, and you have a library that is very impressive with the books of that era. Maybe you could come back and do a lecture on that, or come back sometime and just talk about the Roman Republic on our show.
Well, actually, I gave a course at the University by the Sea on the relevance of the Roman Republic to contemporary America, and I'd be happy. I'd be happy to come in as a guest lecturer and teach in a course also.
Yeah.
I think that's very
because nothing is forever. I mean, we look at America and we say, oh, it's solid, and we have these values and all, but each generation has to support and honor and fight for those values.
History would tell you that every culture and every nation has its time. Yeah. Let's be candid.
That's ominous, and on that ominous note, we'll take a pause, and we'll be back with the remaining words of wisdom from Mayor Bob Foster.
Phil Trani's mixes California style with continental cuisine that includes fresh seafood from around the world. Since Phil is the chef, the menu has a wide variety of pastas, salads, soups, and appetizers that feature his unique personal touch. And the Italian-American signature dishes are simply beyond delicious. You never know who you're going to run into at Trani's, from the famous sports legends on the Wall of Fame to local celebrities having a drink at the bar. For the best fine dining experience, visit Phil Trani's.
At Performance Plus Tire, you'll find we carry Toyo tires. For over 50 years, Toyo has been a world leader in the development of high-quality tires. Optimum performance, safety, and a comfortable ride. That's what makes Toyo tires great. And now come into Performance Plus Tire for a great deal on these Toyo tires. Proxys ST, Open Country AT, and Proxys 4. Toyo tires, driven to perform. Come in today and we'll install new Toyo tires on your vehicle while you wait. Performance Plus Tire on Cherry Avenue, 1 mile north of the 405 in Long Beach.
Take care of those who are closest to you, from our family to yours. McCarty's Jewelry, since 1932.
I think we're fortunate to have had, as mayor for 8 years, a man of the quality and integrity of Bob Foster. And on behalf of the community, Bob, thank you for what you've done.
Well, thank you, Art. It really has been a pleasure. Nancy and I have done this work together and done it as well as we know how to do it. And we look back and we're grateful for the friendships we made. We're grateful for some of the accomplishments we've contributed to the city. We think the city has a great future. I think it's now, I think, poised to really be one of the great cities in the country.
You know, it's
and
funny.
We're going to be
Ever
happy
since
to be
I've
here.
been here 40 years ago, it's been poised.
No,
and
but it's
poised and poised and poised. But maybe this time we'll finally get over that hump.
Well, actually, I think you have to look at the accomplishments. I mean, this city is, you look at it now, look at all the people that want to come here for conferences and conventions. It is a great place. People want to be here. And quite frankly, it's not Los Angeles, and we should thank God
Happily,
for that.
not
Yeah,
Los
we should revel in the fact that it's not Los Angeles.
We're an urban playground by the waterfront, and we're the aquatic capital of the country, and a lot of good things. And we create diversity and manage diversity, unlike almost any city in America.
I think we are an example of how diverse cultures and ethnicities can live together for a common purpose, and I've said that, I mean it. And this is also a place that's very attractive for creative people. So we should be very confident about the future.
And on that positive note, we thank you for again joining us and wish you well in your retirement.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, and thank you for joining us. See you in the fall. Thanks for being our guest. Good night.
Straight Talk has been brought to you by the Port of Long Beach, the Press Telegram, and Scan Health Plan. And remember, Straight Talk is viewable 24/7 at straighttalktv.com.